for the next hour. Sadat Action Biography.
We are the oldest nation, the oldest written history, 7,000 years, the oldest government. Believe, yes, we are very proud.
As you're driving through the streets of Cairo or any other Egyptian town and the people are standing on the side of the street and cheering you, how do you know they really mean it?
It is something that you can feel by heart. By heart. I'm a man of the street, and I can feel it.
He's got a sense of timing. He understands his public. He knows how to deal with other politicians extremely well. At the same time, though, I think we must admit he is a statesman, because he is the first Arab leader who has been able really to lead the Arab world in modern times.
I must say he's one of the surprises of Middle Eastern history. He developed a sharpness of personality and independence of vision, which contrasted with the previous image of a ceremonial figurehead. And now I think most Israelis would agree with me in thinking that he is a more formidable and serious person than Nasser.
Sadat is a dedicated Egyptian nationalist. That, of course, he has the Arab cause at his heart. But I would not use the word fanatic in any sense with respect to Sadat.
Well, as a wife, of course, I prefer if he wasn't a president, because at least he will be with us more, and he will be as a father and as a husband with us more.
Mr. President, what would you like people to write about you after you've gone?
I should like them to write on my tomb. He has lived for peace, and he has died for principles.
For the past 1,000 years, nobody in the West has bothered very much about getting along with the Arabs. They haven't amounted to very much. In the past 12 months, however, it's become a very big matter, not far on our agenda below getting along with Russia or getting along with China. There are about 100 million Arabs in about 20 Arab countries. Though they're not united and none is dominant, the most prestigious is Egypt, because it is the most populous. It's a piece of luck for us that the president of Egypt now is Anwar el-Sadat. He has expelled the Russians from Egypt. He's shown himself amenable to negotiation, as Nasser was not. He's opened his country up to Western investment, and he's displayed an admiration for the steward of our foreign policy, Henry Kissinger. For the past 4 months, ABC's chief Middle East correspondent, Peter Jennings, has been filming Sadat's every public move and a lot of private ones. For the next hour, we present Jennings' portrait of the #1 Arab.
Finally caught up with it, and he was soon thoroughly involved.
I went to the Prime Minister and delivered the ultimatum.
of the day were therefore slightly misleading.
From Cairo come these first authentic pictures of the bloodless coup by which the army took over control of Egypt. It was the end of the king's attempt to maintain power. Troops in the street were the first indication of the change to most people, until with the broadcasting station seized, it was announced that General Naguib, the commander-in-chief whom Farouk refused as war minister, had taken control, and the army were ordered to guard strategic points. The declared aim was to stop corruption. They struck at the top, and General Naguib shows the abdication papers signed by King Farouk in favor of his 7-month-old son. Meantime, from Alexandria, the royal yacht Marusa sails with the ex-king and the infant king for Capri. To the ordinary Egyptian, the change is welcome. What the change will mean to the rest of the world, we have yet to see.
Sadat, Action Biography, will continue after this message.
For all his travels and apparent worldliness today, it is his village which... One result of the October War was that Henry Kissinger negotiated an Israeli withdrawal from a small portion of Sinai. A year after the war, we went to Sinai with Sadat. Mr. President, quite frankly, a great many people in the West look at the Sinai and they say, this is nothing but sand. Mm-hmm. Is there, in fact, no way in which a compromise can be achieved by which somewhere here in the Sinai, Israel can have the security it requires and you can have the honor you demand?
This is very important. This is not the correct logic, you see. If this is sand, well, the motherland, if it is sand, mud, or marshes, or whatever it is the motherland. I don't know if the ordinary American citizen can agree to the fact that anyone comes to some of the western desert, some of your deserts there, and grab by force a piece of this desert and then starts to impose his conditions. This is the situation here.
How can you convince the Israelis who are 17 kilometers from you, granted sitting on your territory, that once you get Sinai back, you won't attack them?
How can you convince me on the other side that I shall not be attacked by them? This is the same thing.
During the 5 weeks we spent with Sadat, the issue of war and peace confronted him constantly, pursuing him even to his village.
الانترنت اسرع على الدي اس ال. مع اي ام دي اس ال داونلود الاغاني والافلام والبرامج اسرع، وتشات مع صحابك وشيك ميلك اسرع. اتصل على 19 910 وهات دي اس ال من اي ام. من انترنت مصر.
After this message.
President Sadat, the new element in the Middle East debate is the rise of the Palestinian Liberation Organization to represent the Palestinian people. Now, Mr. Arafat has said he is in favor of a Palestinian state containing a Jewish minority, but that would mean the dissolution of Israel. You've indicated that you're willing to accept an Israeli state. How do you compose the difference between you and Arafat?
If I am a Palestinian, I should say what Arafat says. It is their problem. But for me, I have stated my views, and the mere acceptance of the resolution 242 means that I accept Israel as a fact.
Sir, in the year since the October War, you and Egypt have gained little else than a minor disengagement on the Sinai. That, I know, is not the accomplishment you expected when the war ended.
Quite right. Quite right. I should have liked that more progress would have taken place, but I am a man of realities. I don't dream. And I hope in the next 3 months, as I told you, we can speed up the momentum of the whole thing.
Are you, as President of Egypt, and is your nation prepared to live in peace with an Israel which does not expand beyond the 1967 borders?
I'm ready for a peace agreement with Israel. And this is valid up till this moment. I said much more than this. Let us do our best to end the state of belligerency that has already taken more than 26 years between the Arabs and the Israelis.
How much pressure is on you, Mr. President? If you didn't have the pressure of the wide variety of opinion in the Arab world on you, would you move faster? Would everything be easier?
I'm ready. I'm ready to move faster. But, my friend, just give me something concrete, and I'm ready this moment to start and work.
Well, what is concrete if we may look at the very next small step?
You want to know it practical on the ground?
Exactly.
Very well. I may tell you this. Israel must move on all the fronts. On the Egyptian front, the Syrian front, the Jordanian front, the Palestinian front now. But what I can give is this. The end of the state of belligerency that has already taken more than 26 years up till this moment. More than that, I'm going to ask a third party, like the United States. The United States has special relations with Israel. And I consider myself now the friend of the United States. Well, why not the United States come and guarantee both of us?
Has Henry Kissinger let you down in any way over the last year?
Not at all. Not at all. Henry Kissinger has always been up to his word. And President Ford, after he took power also, he has been always up to his word.
If the Americans do not produce for you, if Dr. Kissinger does not produce for you in the near future, will you abandon the United States? And where will that leave you? Or do you have no choice at the moment?
When I started my new chapter with the United States, it was not a policy of the moment or something that I needed for some time and then can drop it and so. I mean, with my new chapter with the United States, that we must keep at least, if it is not the best, the normal relations with the United States, whatever the consequences are.
Well, are you in a position to carry out an offensive, defensive if war breaks out?
If Israel starts it, I have no choice. But I am not planning any offensive. I told you this. I tell you this now, as I told you before, when I was planning the offensive, I said I am planning for the offensive. And you didn't believe me at that time. I think you should believe me now. I'm not planning any offensive. The Arabs are not planning. Syria also is not planning any offensive.
At the beginning of this broadcast, the beginning of the Sadat biography, which we've just seen, Howard K. Smith said that the Americans were lucky to have Anwar Sadat because he was a moderate Arab leader. If there is no peace in a relatively short period of time, is there not a danger that moderates like Anwar Sadat will disappear?
Maybe. 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 Because, you see, our people all over the Arab world are starting to feel frustration. But I think, and I'm sure also, that the United States can play the main role in keeping the momentum and in achieving peace in this area, because, frankly speaking, all the cards are in the hands of the United States.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, President Sadat.
Sadat Action Biography.
Beginning this Monday afternoon, 2 new and exciting game shows join the ABC daytime lineup. Big money rides on the roll of the dice on The Big Showdown with host Jim Peck at 2:30, 1:30 Central. Later, you've got to think fast and move fast to be a winner on The Money Maze, Monday at 4, 3 Central here on ABC.